after the Windstorm, we have her active skill called the Wind Attack, and this is the awakened one. And I must say her awakening is really amazing. When she's awakened, she does get so many extra little things that really add to everything. I mean, her awakening is really an amazing addition. So deals 800% magic damage to an enemy. It's a lot. Reduces the target's also magic defense. So better with a magic team. But anyway, by 40% for 10 seconds. And 50% chance of increasing your crit rate by 30%. Now, this is very, very special. This Ellen is really special. I'll tell you more, and the magic recharge increases your magic attack by 40% for 10 seconds when you kill an enemy. Cooldown 15 seconds. There's a high chance she will kill someone if you get it right. What about her gear? Which one is that? You're going to make a guess, everyone? It's that one, isn't it? Okay. Her gear is really memorable. She was one of the first ones. She was one of the first ones to have the soul weapon, and when it actually came out, I think it was bugged so badly that the tornado kept spinning. It wouldn't stop. Anyway, yeah, so when Ellen's ultimate skill, Windstorm, activates, it increases by 2 seconds. Yeah, well, they kind of increased it by infinity. So she was the best of the best when the game first came out. Anyway, so 2 seconds is worth to get, and then the +5 special option, just magic attack, not much, 6%. But at 10, when her passive skill, magic recharge, activates, increases the magic attack by an additional 12%. The magic recharge is powerful, so worth thinking about that for the level 10. But this one, +15 special option, ultimate skill cooldown, up by 5 seconds. Now, this is very important, the skill cooldown. Now, 5 seconds. You must remember, this storm will generate for perhaps 6 seconds, but 8 seconds if you have the soul weapon. But you will actually cut down the cooldown to 20 seconds, and with a cooldown necklace to 17 seconds. So you can have 8 seconds on and 17 seconds off. That is brilliant for what you're getting, for the kind of damage that continues and stacks 6 times. Amazing. And you must remember this, her crit. She's one of the only magicians that needs a crit damage item. You know, with the physical attackers, like most of them, so many of them need crit damage, but with her, as there's not many that need crit damage, with the magicians, it makes her quite special. Well, now I think a lot of magicians could use crit damage, maybe the Werebeast ones, you know, but they're probably using sage stuffs. Either way, it's hard to explain, but you do need a high crit rate with her to really make use of her, and she already comes with a crit damage of 50%, so that's a great start. I mean, you have a soul weapon, I think it would help, but I'm gonna say with Ellen, if you've watched my videos, if you've watched my cave videos, in general, no matter what, I generally do use Ellen a lot because she's one of the only magicians with AoE damage. Yes, Drusilla has AoE damage, but it sucks. The only other problem is, to make her viable, she needs to be a leader. Now, how good is Ellen? How good is she as a leader? Well, for me personally, I use her in everything. I would use her in normal quest mode. I'd use her in cave mode. I use her in I use her in arena. I mean, she's a great DPS damage dealer, and there's only 2 major AoE magic dealers. So her importance is huge. So this is a huge change in the ranking. Where does she go? For me, personally, she's SS. She is SS. For most people, they'll probably say no. A lot of people would be against it. But I would say I'm going to go in the middle, and I'm going to go for an S. I'm going to give her an S, but I honestly think she's SS for me. So give me a second to change everything. Well, that change did not take a second, I tell you that. It took a long time. Ellen, she is going to S, but she is my SS deep down. So, would she be good at early? Difficult to say. Maybe not, because she won't have all the crit stuff. So, I don't think she'll make a big impact until mid to late game. I think keep that in mind. So, based on that, just to keep myself safe, I'm going to give her an SP so that you know that she needs some special gearing up. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, next up, who is it? It is Tiffany. Oh God, Tiffany. I don't want to deal with Tiffany. Can I pay someone else to deal with that? Can any of you just give her a rank? She's so weird. If you put a lot of if you give her a lot of attention, she's really great. She's really great. Where are you going to use her? You might probably not use her in she might not be good even for a Wales arena, but she'd be good in the temple. She'd be good in a number of things, but she's so difficult. Anyway, Wales, leave it for the Wales. Let Wales deal with her. Wales, I'll give her an A. For Wales, she's brilliant. She has just lots of nice things. She's like a Quora on a lion. So, good. Can't go wrong with that. Dump it there. We'll give her soul weapon to boot. But I don't... I think it's a difficult one to recommend unless you are using... Yeah, if you are a cavalry unit user, she might be good for you. It depends how you do it, but the werebeasts have taken over so much. It's a very difficult one. You probably have to look into her yourself. In fact, I'm gonna say she's quite a special one. I don't even want to put her in the normal ranking. I don't know. I'm gonna make someone upset, but I think she's too expensive for you to put your time into. But she is good. But she's not really good in most contexts. So forget it. Done. Move on. Vikal. It's the same situation with Vikal, except if you're a whale, he's the best. He's one of the best. Damn it, broke. Why does it always break it? Oh, there we go. Yeah. If you're a whale, he's like top tier. It's like he's this guy who causes so much trouble. Could he be better than Sophia? Yeah, he could be better than Sophia. Better than Cassius? Well, Cassius will buff him, so it'll make him even better. This guy's a crazy one-on-one. He can, with his soul weapon, he'll ice people. He does a lot of crazy things. He's quite rude. If you know how to use him well, you're a winner. If you don't know how to use him well, you're a loser. So, difficult, definitely a late game type person. I tell you that. So with these whale type things, a lot of them would be late game for normal people. It's difficult. Should a whale? So should he be? I don't know. Yeah, for a whale, how should he be used? How should he? Yeah, I'm not even going to go into that. But if you're a whale, you will have to learn about him. One way is by watching others' videos of people who use him. I don't use him that much, but the big problem I have is here. How do we deal with him in general? Because he is a good unit. He's being treated incorrectly. I treated him wrong, but at the same time, we never had all the 12 stars. We never had level 70. Never even had a soul weapon for him. things have changed so much. It's like there's a spider on me, but there isn't. It's difficult. It's difficult how you're going to use him. I think in the late games you may be using him a lot more often than you think. So I'm going to. The thing is, Aaron is not better than him, and most people, everyone would agree. I mean, these guys are pretty like, you know, they're not even. Many people will say definitely none of these three are even now A-worthy anymore. So Vikal shouldn't even be here. So in order to be kind, I'll put Vikal in front of these guys. How's that? Who is the kindest? Who is the kindest person in the whole world? Me. Yes, I am. Da-dum. Oh, his ultimate, the ice ultimate, is pretty cool. So I definitely would go for his ultimate. The problem is he is really like a 1v1 type of character in some respects. Like it's like, yeah, and his soul weapon is really a bit weird because it's for his ultimate. Not all the soul weapons are for ultimates. A lot of things about him are really unusual, and that doesn't help. That probably helps him to make him a late game. Anyway, his soul weapon has helped him a lot. I think that will help him now. He has never climbed this high before. Should he have been an SS? I need to be a whale to find that. Okay, next. Arel, another Cav user. Oh. Let's go to Arel, okay? Let's go to Arel. Here we go. Now, the situation for Arel is bad. Why? Because they messed it up. The developer, the English translators, they ruined it. They messed it up. His active skill, look at this, increases the sword cavalry's movement speed when they travel or something. It's not they. It's just him. It's only him. Don't make this mistake. The sword cavalry charge at the enemy to deal 450% physical damage and knock them back. It's not they. Damn it, man, they haven't fixed that translation up for ages. Look, even still they, even on the Awakened. And then the sword cavalry charges at 1200. I mean, it's a great amount of damage, you know. And with a stun, and it lasts, and 14-second cooldown. It is nice. His soul weapon's nice. There's a lot of nice things about him. Attack speed with this hyper concentration. I mean, the name is so cool in itself. And the focus charge penetrates. It doesn't just deal 100%, right? 20% chance, yeah, of dealing 500% physical damage. 20% chance. So 5 times you get it right. Cooldown 10 seconds. I mean, it's quite a fast cooldown, and with the soul weapon, I think the cooldown goes down to 7 seconds. I mean, everything's great, but again, this is not a 1v1 game. And damn it, I missed that. Don't know. I completely tried. Not a 1v1 game, turn everything off. I had enough of throwing everything at the screen right now. I mean, it's really hard. He's a great unit, but I'm just not finding time to use him. It's like, I have him pretty powerful, but there's still better units than him. Everyone's better. For World Boss, there's someone better. For Cave, there's someone better. Arena, okay, but we're not using his ultimate, so what can you really do with him? What? You're going to increase his attack speed in hyper concentration. I mean, yeah, he can survive a bit, but they're still better than him. It's like he's fallen. It's like due to the other units, he has lost something. And that is really irritating because such a cool... In fact, is Arrow male or female? In fact, I'm not even going to go there. But such a cool looking thing on a horse. So what do we do? Where does he go? And how? I think what's good about him is that he's a cavalry, right? And he can actually be viable as a normal unit, like, to attack. So it's kind of cool. Whereas other, like, if you used Vikal, he would die very quickly, and maybe, you know, but he wouldn't. But he wouldn't last as long as Cassius. So, and would he last long enough to do enough damage? Generally, no. And you'd need him at an ultimate. You'd need to use him as a leader. But you've got other. Look at all these. Look at all these who are leaders, and look at all these in normal roles. Why do you think Alus is so good? Because he performs well as a normal role. Look, nearly everyone can't take up normal roles. So this guy's good as a leader. So as a leader, it makes him not good because we have enough leaders. So this guy falls. This guy falls. It's sad because a lot of people will look at these A's and think, yeah, they suck. And then see him and think, nah, this is messed up. So it's like he should be in an A-B situation. As a result, maybe, just maybe, he could he be, yeah, maybe I can move him. So I can put him as a B+, although Mikau has more viability, so I'm not going to mess about. He's going to go in between Vikal and Shamak. No, he's not, because Shamak is better. Shamak has more uses. I thought about it, and he's better in many respects, but he's just not used more in one respect than all of them. I do use him in Arena, but how often do I use him? How important are his actives and passives? I mean, I'm using him in a normal role most of the time. I'm not really using him as a leader. So as a leader, he's much more viable. But in a normal role, I'm using him mostly. So I would say as a normal kind of guy, I'll put him as maybe he could have a high C or something, but I'm not even going to bother changing it. It's a very, very difficult situation. Forget it. I'm not even bothering with him. Next, Baron. Baron is everything that is wrong. Baron is a complete mess. It's like every weird skill for the wrong person. It's like, why did they make such a cool looking, look at this, why did they make such a cool looking hero into such a mess? It's, again, the broken Holy Trinity. He's just everything wrong. The idea of him is, he runs around, he hits, he makes a bunch of hits very quick, and he gets the HP back and continues. He's like vampire orc. He goes around, he takes the blood and gets the HP, and just keeps doing that. And somehow he's supposed to survive, and somehow he doesn't. You know, he's quite nice early game. Like, I used him for a long time early game. I was pretty much convinced he was the best. He's like better than Mercedes, better than everything. It's like, you know, he's fast. So it's like, yeah, he could clear things faster. It's like, you know, cavalry units, they clear things quick. It's easy to feel that they're better. And when you see you're getting your HP back in that quick time, it's exciting, you know. I'd say he's one of the more exciting units, because a lot of the units, once you experience the cavalry units, you never want to go back to the slow units until they all die. So yeah, again, his ultimate skill, I mean, are you going to waste an ultimate on him? Really? So what about if you didn't? What about if you used him normally, swinging his sword? He causes some damage. I'd probably rather use a Werebeast soldier, to be honest, and I'd rather have Selly as revive a soldier than waste on him. Increases HP recovery upon hit by 11% for 20 seconds. this could be good, but again, I would say the only way to make him work is to manual him. If you know how to use him correctly and you manual, so I'm going to give him an M. If you manual this guy, and I would say, should you even use, if you're going to use the soul weapon, you're going to need his you're going to need him to be a leader. But I wouldn't even want to waste taking him as a leader. So what I would do is, if I really want to use him, I'd probably manual him. And again, I would say he's an early game. I think as an early game, he's good. He could even go in between, as far as I'm concerned. He's really nice early game. But he sucks. I mean, just because he's good early game, he can't do anything later on. So I don't see any point of him, to be honest. He's nice early game. And what else can he do? Yeah, I said manual. So yeah, he's you need to manual him, just like, yeah. But if you're manualing Alus, are you really gonna want to manual this guy? Probably not. So got him there, and then and then let's come to late game. He sucks. Good night. Good night. I wouldn't waste my 10 cents on him. There we go. Give him a late game. I'll stick him there. I'll be kind. Honestly, he should kind of be a D, but at least he can look after. At least he can get some HP for himself. At least he can like pay his way. But Quora, what can she do? So yeah, late game. You're not gonna bother. It's not even late game. Come on, I'm too kind. What am I thinking? It's mid-game, like, even on chaos, mid-game is still chaos. You can get to chaos quite quick these days. So we don't want Baron. Please don't use Baron. Please don't. What else can I do about that? Should I just move him down or up? I really don't know. Down or up, it's so hard. Just put him as a B. Yeah, calling him an A will give people the wrong idea and make people invest in him. You don't want to invest in him when you have Sophia and everyone else that's so much better. Okay, next is Quora, and is that Quora? I don't know. Kieru. God, these stupid names. Damn these stupid names. The names are ridiculous. Stupid. Quora, if you watch my soul weapon ranking video, her soul weapon is brilliant. It's not a stun. She'll hit someone, confuse them, and then they'll hit their own people. If you can manage to make her tanky enough to get away with that, and then you manual her, she could cause a lot of trouble. She could be nuts. Honestly, she could be really crazy. I think she's extremely dangerous. I have a lot of respect for her now. I really have a lot of respect. She disappeared. I think I should disclaim that when they are confused and they attack their own people, there is one slight problem. It's that they can't use their ultimate skills and active skills, but they can use their passive and normal skills. And again, the cooldown is 17 seconds. But anyway, it's not bad. I tell you what, there are some things I really like about it, and if you get plus 15, increasing the confuse duration by 15 seconds. I mean, if you have someone attacking your own team for 10 seconds plus 15, I mean, this is ridiculous. So for a whale, she's nuts. Let me tell you why she's so viable. Because that is not an ultimate skill. That is just a soul weapon skill. I would have to double check to confirm that, but it seems to me it is not it is not a soul weapon skill. It's only a soul weapon skill. So this makes us extremely viable. She could be pretty scary. So I might. Should she be an S? Should she be an A? I'll be nice and I'll put her as an A. But if I had more space, I would probably give her a. I'd probably put her as an S at the moment, but I'd need more time with her. Again, I would say she might need to be manualed. I think you'd need to stop her getting killed in during her cooldown. So I'd say be prepared to look after her. Get her to hit the right. I think you have to move her to the right person you want to confuse as well. I think very, very difficult. Quite a difficult one to use. I think hard to master this one. Okay, so keep that in mind. Next is Mercedes. Nothing needs to be said. If you don't know who Mercedes is, you really haven't really played the game. Mercedes is top. For early gamer, she's brilliant. Mid gamer, still great. Late gamer, still good. She's great for everything. Mercedes is the one you definitely need from the beginning, and she's great all the way through. And she doesn't take too much investment. Quite good for the money. There's not much else I can say, but is Penfera better than her? No. Is Sayers better than her? Depends how you look at it, but I will move them. So just to be clear, the reason why Mercedes is in front of Sophia is because it's for free to play. If you had the cash to make Sophia better, she would kill off Mercedes at the moment. So this is a huge game changer. You must remember, Sophia would be better, but she requires more cash. If you have the cash, she will take out Mercedes. Let's keep pushing quickly now. Let's go quickly. Cobbs Awakened is good. Cobbs is good. Doesn't need many stars. Actually, Cobbs is good as a normal role, but Cobbs has been let down. Cobbs has come down the ranks. In fact, however, for beginners, Cobbs is super. It's a very difficult one how we're going to use Cobbs, but I will put Cobbs as an S. Cobbs is used in Guild Raid. Cobbs is good. Cobbs is just used as a normal role in many things, and Cobbs is great to be used in ranking. Cobbs again is good as many things, especially early game, and doesn't need much investment. Small investment. I think the small investment is very helpful. Please look out for Cobbs. Next is Dread. So Dread is the one that needs a lot of investment. Dread is pretty good as a tank, a very good tank. I would say still pretty good, but I haven't seen Dread really helping the whales enough. I'm not impressed with what Dread is doing. I used to think he was like top, but now not sure. But he does require special investment with the right equipment. So I'm still using him, but I'm not impressed with him. So anyway, I think special investment for Dread. Where should he go in the normal ranking? He's not producing. I'm just gonna put him here. He could be a C, to be honest, but he is better than Yarogash in general as a tank. Yeah, difficult one with Dreads. Okay. Next up is Julia. It's weird. They're getting a bit boring. They're not that special at this point. Imagine that when they started coming out in career at this point, like, and were people still investing? Julia, I mean, Julia's quite special because of her ultimate. She can. It's like she summons three things, but they don't move. Three archery things, and her soul weapon does an extra one, but her soul weapon isn't that great. I don't know. Julia's one of my. She helps my Empire archers, but Empire archers not the best. Her faction's all right. It's a difficult one with Julia, but again, she's good as, in general, she's better as a leader than in a normal role, which is no good because you probably don't have room to have her in as a leader. So I'll let her take a C for now. I'll let her take a C. She's just not viable enough. Thank you everyone for continuing to watch the ranking series, and please remember that at the end of this I will do a final edit to the final ranking. Once this is completed, I will also look at your comments and I will make I will do some final points before I release this as the official ranking. So please keep that in mind. And so if you do disagree with things, please comment. If you do think things can be upgraded, or if there are things you really agree with, that also is helpful. So please give some feedback. Okay, thank you, Club Wisdom 8.